OCO, free thinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah.
Y'all know now I do support ICE. I stand for everything they doing. If it's anybody that's getting caught up in the crossfire, I'm sorry that it had to happen to you, but a democracy worked and people voted for these agents to get these illegal immigrants out the United States of America to make America safe again, make America great again, what other acronym you have for it. And then y'all keep telling these lies. Oh, well, Donald Trump is using ICE as his personal police force to get black and brown people out the United States. So he ain't getting no white folks out the United States.
Now, y'all gotta remember that what Donald Trump is doing is no different than what any other president was doing. They had a team like ICE and they were getting rid of illegal immigrants, especially if they were criminals. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm recalling it correctly, Obama got rid of them, 3 million of them during his presidency. You guys can look that up and see if I'm right or wrong. And tell me in the comments once you look it up.
Matter of fact, we'll debunk that right now. Here go a white boy right here, boy about white as snow. Where he from? The UK, where he got convicted of drug trafficking in Arkansas. Sent his ass back to the UK. Here go another white boy right here. Where he from? The United Kingdom. White as snow. What is he convicted of? Look at all these terrible things he's been convicted of. And y'all mad because they get his ass up out the United States? But y'all keep telling me they only going after brown and black communities. Hold on, I got more.
Now, I think based off of what we can see that they are only going after, you know, what he's saying is, you know, so-called brown or so-called black people, but I'm only seeing Mexicans and Haitians being deported. You know, I'm not seeing, like, I'm talking about video footage. If you have video footage of Caucasians being deported or being, you know, harassed and picked up by ICE and being deported, I would love to see that. Like, I mean, we don't see Hindustans, we don't see any Arabians. At least I don't. Like, if you see you've seen any footage in your particular state, you got to get with me and let me get that footage so I can share with everybody else. But I'm sure, of course, when you're looking at the records, yeah, these people are being deported back. But yeah, as far as footage is concerned, we're only seeing, you know, those that are right beside us. Okay, Central and South Americans, that's it. I mean, you know, they right next door. I would love to see some people who are further away be deported that ain't supposed to be here. Well, I would love to see it. Let me see.
Another dude straight from the UK, he's smiling, he white. They got his ass the fuck up out the United States. Let's move on to the next. Another white boy straight out of Jersey. What he convicted of? Drug trafficking. What they did? Send him back to the UK. Next. Another white boy straight from the UK. I'm just telling y'all, so why y'all out here talking about they only going after black and brown people? They gonna get you next. Here goes some white folks. I'm showing y'all.
And you know what? That's another thing. They said they were gonna get us next as far as us, you know, so-called black Americans. They wanna call us black Americans. Look, we're indigenous to this land. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Anybody that know they're indigenous to this land, we ain't got nothing to worry about, okay? The American Indians ain't going nowhere. This is our territory. If anything, we'll evict them. Because some of these foreigners got dual citizenship should go too. I mean, because who invited them? Nah, listen, come on, let's go.
What he get charged with? What they doing? Sending them back to the UK. Hold on, I got more. Another white boy from the UK, where they found him in Brooklyn, convicted of money laundering. What's his name? Jonathan Carson. Shipped his ass back to the UK. Got another white boy straight from France. Look at what he convicted of. Man, they getting him up out of here. So we got another one, straight out of France. What he convicted of? Identity theft, fraud, and abuse. Shipped his ass back to France. Last but not least, we got a white man straight from Canada. Look at all this disgusting shit he getting charged for. Look at this, y'all can read. Found his ass in Alabama. What they did, took his punk ass back to Canada. Shout out to Trump and ICE. I stand with ICE because they making America safe again and making America great.
I mean, you know, I'm not gonna knock this brother at all. You know, it's good that he posted this stuff up to let people know that it is gonna be other foreigners who are pale complexion being deported. I would just love to see it on video. All right, so let me get to the next video real quick that was sent to me of a woman actually going down there where the protesters are, telling everybody they need to go back. All right, here it is right here.
White supremacy, American supremacy. You don't want to fight for the real ethnic side of this country, the American Indian, the displaced black people, take y'all home. What's the message for?
The American Indian. All right, come on.
America only.
Are these yours?
1865, no.
Okay,
if you ain't been here since 1865, go on and sit down. Go sit down. We don't need to talk to you. We don't need your help. We don't need your services. 1865, now and forever.
Now, I wonder why she's saying 1865. I would ask her that. I wonder why she's saying 1865.
14th Amendment will come. It ain't for everybody. You ain't posterity. Go home. go home. Wherever that is, when they here.
Are we talking about?
But to see, now she's
go
talking
home.
about.
Yes, we're talking.
I agree with her, you know, as far as everybody else that, you know, that shouldn't be here. But as far as that timing and then the fact that she said the 14th Amendment doesn't discuss which race at all. And the problem with that, maybe she's probably trying to allude to the birthright citizenship. And that's also up in limbo right now. That's the reason why the Trump administration is coming at that, to do away with that or to try to revamp it in, you know, the best way possible. But even he came out of his own mouth and saying that was dealing with only our people. So maybe that's what she's referring to here. Maybe that's what she's alluding to here.
Everybody go home.
Who is the everybody?
Everybody. You know, because you ain't from here.
Are we
If you can't do what I got, paperwork, just stay here. Go back where you came from. That includes you too.
Hey, I am legal here, man.
I don't care about legal or illegal.
Okay.
Denaturalization.
She said, I need legal here, man, with an accent.
Can happen.
Yes, I understand.
Go home.
That. Yes, I understand.
Go home.
Yes,
You want to
ma'am.
help me?
Yeah, because y'all got a home to go back to. Like, why y'all causing ruckus out here and this ain't really your home? You know, I see what's going on. Like, there's certain reasons why our people would say, hey, man, y'all need to go back. Like, y'all causing ruckus over here and it shouldn't even be like that. And plus, on top of that, a lot of those illegal immigrants were receiving benefits, and those benefits didn't even come to our people, and our people needed the benefits. Like, you know, I mean, they were showing favoritism. I mean, that's what this government is about anyway. No matter who you pick, Democrat or Republican, they always are showing favoritism to immigrants. Like, for example, we even got people who are being voted inside of any particular governmental form or political race, political party, whatever you pick. They're always like either dual citizenship, they're from a different, you know, country. And I'm tired of seeing that. You know, I would love to see more of our people, the American Indian people, be recognized inside of this government if they're going to do anything at all with this government. I feel as though we need to have our own government, but that's another topic. I'll leave it for a different day.
All right. You want to help me? Go home. Wherever that home is, go. Ain't no white supremacy, American supremacy.
American supremacy.
And if you don't know what an American is, now I don't know what to tell you.
And then that person who's recording her is kind of, yeah, she playing games right there. But at the same time, this woman just said it ain't no white supremacy, American supremacy. White supremacy been around since the 1890s, actually, correction, 1890s. 1890s is when they implemented white supremacy. But I get what she's saying. I guess she's trying to say all Americans because she did utilize the year 1865. She's saying everybody that was here. I got her point. But yeah, I'm yes and no with her point. I'm yes and no.
I know this one. Looking like that ain't no American. The original picture look like me.
Okay, now I agree with that. The original people, the original Americans look like her. Now I agree with that, absolutely.
Go to hell home. Go to hell home. Take y'all ass home. Everybody go home.
I'm getting ready to play another video that was sent to me. I believe it was by Roland Martin, but Roland Martin was trying to allude to the fact that our people are shooting themselves in the foot by being anti-immigration. I'll talk about that here. Let me play the video right now. All right, here we go.
Okay, understanding that. So it's like, if y'all want to play the game of trying to be vehemently anti-immigrant like the white folks, all you're doing is hurting yourself.
Absolutely.
And trust me, and they're going to be real mad. I just said that. So they're going to cover all the videos, but they can all kiss my ass. Go ahead.
But certainly when you think about also the children, people like myself who are born of Black folks born outside, now all of a sudden you get to 1 in every 5 Black people being either a foreign-born Black person or child of a foreign-born Black person. That does not include my son. Shout out to him, he turned 30 yesterday. And so now you have a 3rd generation of folks, right?
No, hold on. I want to stay right there.
That don't make a difference. Important.
So what you're saying, and again, this is the thing that these people, this is when you're stuck on stupid and you don't pay attention. So I'm just going to use, so you take Eric Holder, who was the Attorney General, Barbados.
Okay.
You take Colin Powell. You take Shirley Chisholm. I can go Stokely Carmichael. I can go Harry Belafonte. I can name a whole host of folk today that when you start, Wes Moore, Governor of Maryland. So, and they love yelling Tethers. Tethers, So the number you just gave, so what you're saying is
But
that
they from somewhere else.
20% of African Americans are children of black immigrants.
That's incorrect.
You said 1 in 5.
What I'm saying is 20%. 1 in 5 are either foreign born, so they're either Shirley Chisholm and Kwame Ture, right? Born outside this country, or they're children of people born outside this country, such as myself, such as Wes Moore, some of the other names.
Folk ain't understanding that. So it's like, if y'all want to play the game of trying to be vehemently anti-immigrant like the white folks, all you're doing is hurting yourself.
And see, that's the problem right there. That's it right there. First of all, that's incorrect. Being anti-immigration is not harming our people. That's a fallacy. What truly harms our communities is misinformation spread by individuals like this fool here, who assert that we are anti-immigration or opposed to immigrants in general. We are not against immigrants. We oppose those who undermine us. We stand against those who attempt to appropriate our identity and then claim that Black Americans have no identity, culture, traditions, or influence over the functioning of society and the foundation of this nation, which continues to this day. See, we reject those narratives put forth by those crybabies who assert that we are merely descendants of Africans and suggest that we are not indigenous to America, when historical records demonstrate that we are indeed indigenous to these lands known as Turtle Island. Okay? This is especially evident when you consider the countless instances of our racial identity being altered repeatedly over and over and over and over. A phenomenon unmatched by any other racial group since the census began in 1790. See how they can't relate to us? We oppose those lies that they will tell by saying that our people did not set trends or shape today's society or social culture, especially on social media platforms, for example. It's as if TikTok became popular without the influence of our people's viral dances, or that Facebook didn't take cues from MySpace, which itself borrowed ideas from Black Planet, remember? Though, you know, Black Planet may not have originated with so-called Black Americans, but it was marketed to us, and we made it the most popular social site in the world at that time. Can't you house Negroes see how unfair that companies like Mercedes, Gucci, Prada, Balenciaga, and all the rest of those overpriced jewelry stores aren't compensating us for our culturally dominating influence? Our styles, how we dress, how we speak, how we act are being replicated without acknowledgement. The NBA and NFL would not be as popular or profitable as they are right now if our athletes were not the stars of each game. It's as if them cell phone companies don't owe us anything, or that the government doesn't owe us appreciation and ongoing compensation for the historical sacrifices of our ancestors. Our ancestors adopted those poverty-stricken, vulnerable, orphan children sent here by those fleeing from their masters in places like Eurasia, which is what made the phrase, "it takes a village to raise a child," resonate so deeply that our people had no idea that we are the reason it exists. Why do you think they gave us the shortest month of the year to celebrate the people they chose? Booker T. Washington was a government plant hired as a spy, and so was W.E.B. Why did they give us the shortest month of the year? Because they wanted to be included in our business. We never minded and marched while they April fooled us and gave our identities to yet another group of foreigners from Siberia, right before he got bullied and they jumped Jim Crow. These foreigners have more sovereignty today than the braves of the land. So again, it's not about us being against them, because if we were in their shoes, we would be scrambling to come to America too, since the American government gives them a handout called the American Dream that they experience while they're awake under the color of law. And since law has a color, I wonder if it could ever see us if we still refer to each other as pitch black. I'm Dane Calloway, and I'm just here to make you think.
OCO, free thinkers.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you
He's
think.
here to make you think.
I make you think, yeah. I make you think, I make you think, yeah. I make you think, yeah. I made you think, yeah. I made you think, I make you think,
It's Dane Calloway.
I